Hi guys, welcome back. This is part 4, exercise 4 of our project. So last time we set up a MySQL database on our local machine, and now we're going to go and have a web application interact with it. So what we're going to use is a Tomcat web server, and we're going to use Java Eclipse Enterprise Edition in order to look at all the code, and as our IDE, that's going to be our IDE. So first step that we want to do, I'm going to go through the setup today, as well as a basic overview and a little demo, and then I'll talk a little bit about some of the code. The first step is to download and install Eclipse. So you can use it. Go to this website and choose your operating system. So I'm on Windows 64-bit. One thing you want to check is make sure you use the same version that you have Java running. So if you have a 32-bit Java, you might want to download it. If you're following along from last time, we're using Java 1.8 and the SDK, so the JDK, I believe. Make sure that's 64-bit too, depending on what your machine is. So after you have Eclipse downloaded, I just installed it into my programs folder. So I just Eclipse right here. Just pop that in through, I believe it was just a WinRAR download. And similar with Tomcat, made by Apache. You can scroll down here, and I did a zip, just getting all the files. And I put it in right here, Apache Tomcat. You don't really have to go through any setup. You can just export your files into that to wherever you want to really work. And then so the next step is to open up Eclipse, and then we're going to connect our server. So if you go in here, down here, this is console. Usually you see a bunch of what's coming out. It's just the console, but right here is the servers tab. Now if you don't have that, you can go to Window and then I believe probably preferences. You can add this down here. But what we want to do is you want to add your Tomcat server. So originally, if you haven't added it yet, it's just a little blue hyperlink. It says add a server. It's pretty straightforward. You just got to connect it. So you just have to put in some basic information, what ports you're running on, and what you want to call it. It's not much to do here. You just want to make sure your ports match up. I had no problems with the defaults. Okay, and then so next what we have. So we added our Tomcat, and then to get the code for the data, this web app, you can go to Dr. Lou's GitHub and just download this entire database source. But I deleted settings as well as all these dot files. So once you do that, you can add it. So I believe file, import, project folder archive, and then just once you download this, you go back, you can clone or download, and then just put it wherever you want. I put it in my working directory where I usually put all my my workspace for coding projects. Then go to that directory here. So I have my workspace, Eclipse database. There it is. But once you do that, then you can add these Java, this entire database. So as you see, the server is a database. Right here we have our Tomcat server, and now we have our our database project. So I believe that should be it. There's two right here. A couple things that we want to do is make sure that we're using the correct. So Eclipse needs to talk to Java. We want to make sure that we have the correct. We're pointing to the right spot. So if you go into project, so click on your project first, and go to properties. If you go into facets, project facets. So right now we're using 1.8. Make sure you got the right version depending on what you're using. And then also Java build path in here. So that we're in the JRE systems library, we want to make sure we're using the correct one, the correct environment. Yep, and then so now I can go through a quick demo of the web app. So to start up the web app, you go into web content, people list.jsp. You can do run as, run on server. So next, and finish. It's all pretty much fine. This is what it looks like. So as you can see up here, we're running on our local host at the 8080 port. Now, a quick overview of what how our web app is working with the database. So basically, if you go over here, we got web content as well as Java resources. Inside the web content, we have a couple Java servlet programs, JSP files. These basically display what you see up here, the HTML and CSS. So if I go into people list, because the reason I ran people list is because that's the main page that people see when they would see it when you come on here. As you see up here, it says people management main menu. People management main menu, and if you can tell, this is all HTML. And up here is the title right here, people management application. But yeah, this is all HTML. Hopefully you're familiar with that. Really, it's just a bunch of hybrid markup language. So we got a bunch of tags. And yeah, so these are the heading tags. In here we have a reference. So right here, add new people. If you click that, it will go to the new page. It will send, if you do all list, all people, it will go to list. So let me demo quickly what we have. So there's 4 different actions that you can take. You can add new people. So let me add someone named John Smith. Add 777 Century Line Road and use a flash. So these are the 2 people. I'm already in the system. But besides listing all the people, which we're on right now, list people, and add people, that was the second one. There's 2 other operations you can do. You can edit, so I can John Smith Jr. And then you can delete him as well. Yep, so those are the 4 operations that we have. As you can see, you go back to people's list. 2 operations here at the front, and then down here. So this was the top, this part right here, and then we need this table right here to be displayed. So the HTML for that is right here, the top of the table, and then the people. So right here, this is basically sending. This is the part that interacts with the other code. We're going to add a request. So every time you click install people or add new people or edit, it sends a request through the web server, the Tomcat server, to our Java resources code. And from there, it connects to our database. But so there's 3 main. These test 1, 2, and 3 are what we talked about in the last episodes. But so there's these three guys that we're going to talk about today, as well as these other ones. So really the main one is control servlet. So this is the servlet that just really controls your application, and it has all the request and response through the web app. So really, what part I want to point out is every time it has request and response, it filters out the name of the request. So if you go back here, the name is new, and right here, based on the URL, because right here we're in list right now. If you add new people, it's going to change to new right there. See that? That's back here. Sorry. It's going to do this new form function, which is down here, and basically it's going to request this JSP server right here, and then dispatch it. But it does that for each different function. So we update, list, edit, delete, insert, and it's just different states of the web app. So I want to talk about people DAO next. So the DAO is controlling the database itself, interacting with it. So in here, this is like the part I guess that's for our class it's more interesting. So this is as you can see right here, there's a lot of SQL down here. Here's some SQL, but this should be sort of familiar to what we had last episode. Let me go through it real quick. So when you see this list all people, so last time, if you go up here, when we did list people right here, it goes to the people list.jsp. People list.jsp is looking for these different people objects, these different people entities of the database. If you go back to people.dao, what it's doing is it's creating a people object from the people class on the code itself. So after it grabs basically all the people and puts it in, stores in result set, it can return this list people and send it to the web application. But what is people? How does it know how to store the like relational data from SQL MySQL server? It uses this people Java file. So this is just a basic class declaration file. So public class, we call it people. It has the same exact attributes from our database. So we have ID, name, address, and status, and then we have our constructors, as well as our getters and our setters. It's pretty basic that we've learned in other classes, C++ and Java. But yeah, this is just basically the overall structure for holding our data once we get it from the database. Going back to people.dao, as you can see, it creates a new array list called people list because we're going to store a bunch of different people. We're actually going to store all the people, so we're selecting all from the student. That's the name of the table. Now, first we connect to this connect function up here. So we saw this last time. Here's the connect object, the connection object called connect. And we want to make sure we're using the right database from last time, the right password. Yep. And then so the next, it just calls a statement and executes this SQL up here. And it will save whatever it has into result set. So in this statement right here, we're going to go through the entire result set, and we're going to save all the different attributes from the result set into its respective string of the people class. And then, so we made a new status, but right here is where we create the person, and we add it to this people. So we can close the result set, close the statement, and disconnect from the request, and return this list of people now that we have the data. But yeah, so that was just a list of people, but these ones are similar too. Insert, instead now we have these question marks because we're putting in new data. Delete, kind of the same. Here's our statement. We also have updating and getting all the people. So that's the people DAO, kind of like our main program for creating, deleting, editing, and reading. We've seen people and the control servlet. So we have different functions for all of our different states and functions in our web app. But really, this is just handling, as I said before, the requests and the dispatches to and from our code and the web app. So yeah, I believe that should be it. As you can see here, the different JSP forms. We have inserts and edits. Yeah. And here we have different parts. So I think list, I believe, name, email, takes in the user, people list. So once again, I can just go back. This is a basic overview. I can go more into detail as we go through our project and our personal project coming up. It should be a lot of fun. Hopefully I gave you guys a good overview of how from a large bird's eye view, how our database works with the different parts of this web application. Hopefully you guys can follow along. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave some comments, and I will try to get back to you as I can. And stay tuned for the next episode. Alright, thanks.